Hello everyone, welcome to my video English Mentored. Before I start my video, I'd like to request you all to subscribe to my channel, hit the bell button below so in future you get the notification from my channel. So today's topic is voice change. Today we will learn all about voice change, but it's a vast chapter. So we will complete one by one. So today we will complete only the present tense categories voice change. Okay, so first we have to learn what is voice. Voice is a form of verb that indicates whether a person or things do something or something is done by a person or a thing. That is called voice. Now, there are two types of voice. One is active voice. When the doer is doing something is active voice, and when something is done by the doer is passive voice. So let's go little dip into it. So first we will learn what is active voice and its example. Let's start. So first we have to learn the definition of active voice. When the subject, the person or thing is the doer on action, then the form of verb said to be the active voice. Example, Rocky helps Maya. What is the action here? Help. Who is helping? Rocky. To whom he is helping? Maya. So here the subject is Rocky, help is action, and Maya is the object. So this is the example of active voice. Let's take some more example. Mrs. Sullivan teaches us grammar. Here which one is the subject? Mrs. Sullivan. Action is teaches. Mrs. Sullivan teaches us. Us grammar teaches us what? Grammar. So the object here is grammar. So Mrs. Sullivan teaches us grammar is the example of active voice where you find the active verb here. Now let's learn the passive voice. When the subject, person or things is the receiver of an action, then the form of verb is said to be the passive voice. Now remember what we learned in the active voice, the subject is the doer of an action and the passive voice is just opposite of that. Subject is the receiver of an action. What we learned? That Rocky helps Maya. That Rocky was the subject and Maya was the object. Here Maya is the subject. Maya is helped by Rocky. Is the helping verb and then by Rocky. So this is the example of passive voice. Each sentence we write or read that follows a tense. So today we will learn the simple present tense voice change rules. So the first is the active voice. The active voice, as we learn, the subject, verb and object. Let's take the example, Richa eats an apple. Here who is the subject? Richa. Verb, eats, object and apple. So if we change this sentence into passive voice, what formula we will follow? So the passive voice formula is object. What was the object there? An apple. Is, am, are. An apple is a single thing, singular. So it follows the verb is, the helping verb is. The past participle form of verb or the third form of verb. Eat, ate, eaten. So the third form of verb is eaten and by Richa. So if we change this sentence into passive voice, it takes an apple is eaten by Rita. Let's take another example. Mrs. Sullivan teaches us English. What is the tense here? The simple present tense. The active voice formula in simple present tense is subject, verb, object as we learned. The subject is Mrs. Sullivan, the verb it teaches and the object is English. So the object will be the subject in the passive voice, right? The object is, am, are, third form of verb by subject. So what is the object word? Us English. So here we are taught is the third form of verb, English by Miss Sullivan. So you have to remember the simple formula to change the active voice into the passive voice. The more you practice, the formula will be easier for you. Now let's learn to the present continuous tense. Now it's very easy to understand the continuous one. Verb plus ing is the continuous, the present continuous. The active voice formula is subject is am are verb plus ing object. John is writing a letter. The subject is John, is am are. According to the subject, John here is a single person. We are talking about one person. So is. Write is the verb, write plus ing, and the object is a letter. So if we change the sentence into passive voice, the formula will be the object is am are being third form of verb by subject. So what is the object here? An apple. Apple is a singular. So is being eaten. Eat third form of verb is eaten by Mira. Let's learn the voice change rules for past perfect tense. So it's very easy to identify the perfect tense as it has, have. So what is the formula for the active voice? The verb, has or have, third form of verb, and object. So let's take the example. The girl has clicked selfie. What is the subject here? The girl. The has or have, has, and the third form of verb is clicked selfie. Now let's change this voice into passive voice. So what is the passive voice formula here? The object plus is, am, are being third form of verb by subject. What is the object? Selfie has been clicked by girl. So if we change that sentence, the girl has clicked the selfie, into passive voice, the selfie has been clicked by girl. Now let's take another examples of past perfect tense. They have already discussed the book. Here the subject is they. Have already is a third form of verb. Object is discuss the book. Here if we change this sentence into passive voice, the object is, am, are being third form of verb by subject. The book has already been discussed by them, or the book has already been discussed by them is. So far we have learnt about voice change, present tense related voice change. So if you find this video helpful, please like and subscribe to my channel. I will post past tense related voice change and the future tense related voice change also. You will find the video in the I buttons. Till then, bye bye.